Greetings, I'm Pano Canellis, president of St. John's College, and I have the privilege to call the college together for the start of the spring semester 2021 in Annapolis, Maryland. In a moment, we will begin today's exercises with our January freshman class of 2024 and our entering Graduate Institute students. As is our tradition every year, each new member of our freshman class has received a gift, Euclid's Elements. This gift has been offered by members of the St. John's College Alumni Association and the Dean's Office. When we can again gather in person, all students will be invited to sign the college register as they would have today if walking across the stage. Now, without further ado, Mr. Dean, will you present the January freshman class of 2024 by name in witness of the whole college in order that they may complete their matriculation?
Mr. President, I present the January freshman class of 2024. Parth Sarvi Bajaj, Cottony, India. Carter Patrick Brown, Vienna, Virginia. Charles Edward Dang, Pohnpei, Federated States of Micronesia. Kiramuddin Fakiri, Duino Arosina, Italy. Nelly Harutyanyan, Yerevan, Armenia. Troy Augustus Herner Brown, Alameda, California. Gabriel C. Hess, Standardsville, Virginia. Naraya Johnson, Homagima, Sri Lanka. Ranger Earl Kasdorf, Waterford, Virginia. Avery James Lair, St. Paul, Minnesota. Jack Libashi, Long Beach, New York. Rebecca Margaret McClay, Houston, Texas. Max Cleo Mersman Jones, Stockton, California. Emerson Wyatt Moore, Riverdale, Maryland. Daniel Joseph Nathan, Alpharetta, Georgia. Anne Queen Nguyen, Nguyen Quang Ninh, Vietnam. Daniel Sarles Reddish, Bloomington, Minnesota. Tom Jeremy Roberts, Cachan, France. Catherine Rowe, Glen Allen, Virginia. Antonina Maria Schlussman, New York, New York. Andrew Byard Selway, Baltimore, Maryland. Samuel Carl Sutherland, King George, Virginia. Joshua Lee Tague, Annapolis, Maryland. Nalini Hana Venugopal, Wayne, New Jersey. Tan Vo, Quy Non, Vietnam. Nicholas Christopher Urasco, Medford, Massachusetts. Mr. President, these individuals desire to be made members of St. John's College. They've given evidence of their good character and their ability to undertake the tasks which we have set for them.
Ms. Associate Dean, will you present the newest members of the Graduate Institute by name in witness of the whole college in order that they may complete their matriculation?
Mr. President, I present the newest members of the Graduate Institute. Jeffrey Boatwright, Los Angeles, California. Adam Burkhart, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jesse B. Claggett, Dahlonega, Georgia. Janet Marie Clausen, Crownsville, Maryland. Ari Spencer Coleman, South Jordan, Utah. Joshua C. LaPerch, Exeter, Rhode Island. Connor Hoover Morrison, Summit, New Jersey. Michael Ray Parks, Catonsville, Maryland. Nicole Marie Poneman, Lardingen, the Netherlands. Kevin Telford, Washington, D.C. Diana Carolina Villegas, Washington, D.C. Rebecca Hubert Williams, Haverford, Pennsylvania. Mr. President, these individuals desire to be made members of the Graduate Institute of St. John's College. They have given evidence of their good character and their ability to undertake the tasks we have set for them.
Good morning. I am delighted to take this occasion to welcome the newest members of our St. John's community, the members of our January freshman class, and the new matriculants in our Graduate Institute. I would also like to welcome again those who joined us in the fall, both freshmen and GIs, and hope that circumstances will allow us to meet person to person sooner rather than later. Speaking of circumstances, the circumstances we find ourselves in continue to be vexing. Although we feel the centripetal force of our community drawing us back together, we can approach one another only gingerly, step by step, behind masks. Blessedly, as we have come to realize, masks do not stop the conversation. Nor do masks impede our ability to come to know one another through conversation. Nor can screens, another sort of mask, prohibit us from asking the fundamental questions that are at the core of our enterprise. We may feel the pressure of seemingly suffocating limitations, but the truth is, we are, as we remain committed to the promise of the program, liberated by perpetual possibilities. To those of you joining us, I would like to lay out briefly the principles that enable the conversations at the heart of St. John's. We are a polity that is a sort of intentional community, a city, if you will, dedicated to liberal learning. What enables liberal learning is civil discourse. The hallmarks of civil discourse, the sort of speech to which our polity is committed, are three. First, intellectual humility. We are each of us imperfect. We know things about the world and come to learn things about the world, but only in a fragmentary fashion. The conclusions we can reach only provisionally. We must test our knowledge against alternative understandings. We may find what we believe still holds. We may find ourselves persuaded otherwise. This process of testing we call dialogue, and dialogue is the starting point for wisdom. Second, we must remember that we are all equally dignified as seekers of knowledge. We are all inestimably valuable partners in conversation. We must accord one another respect. We must be patient with one another and with ourselves. And we must approach one another in a spirit of grace. Only then will trust emerge, which is the necessary condition for true dialogue. Finally, we must remain animated by the passion for truth. Although we can know the world only provisionally, and although we are all radically imperfect, the prospect of truth is our end. We must speak from conviction, yet be prepared to be persuaded. What intervenes between us and what is true ought to be confronted with courage. The highest things are encountered at a dizzying altitude. Once again, we are delighted that you are joining us. Your willingness to do so at this particular moment in time, under these particular circumstances, is evidence that you already possess the courage that is prerequisite to a liberal education. You may have come here to learn, but the truth is we have an immense amount to learn from you, and thus we are grateful to welcome you as our newest Johnnies. Thank you. I officially declare the spring semester in session. Convocatum est.